Greetings, positive vibes, thoughts, and emotions. Star Arthur Solomon Hall. Thank you for tuning in again today. What we're going to be talking about today is something real quick, some tips and things like that. We're going to be talking about Twitter tools, analytics. We're going to talk a little bit about that today and how you can use that. And when you're dealing with brand awareness or getting your company or your personal or however you want to get out there, we're going to talk a little bit about what the analytics and what impressions are, and how you can use impressions to your advantage, and some things that you can do with it. So we'll get right on into it. And here you have where you want to go up under the picture, or whatever you have posted there. You'll see your list. That's where you can add people to your list, different things like that. Twitter ads. So that's where if you want to boost some posts or do some things like that with Twitter, you have that there. Your settings also important. If you want to change your name, if you want to do other things as far as inside your settings, if you want to add Facebook and all of those other things to it, so your tweets go to Facebook and other things like that, which I will get into on another one. But for today, we're just going to be talking about the analytics. So we'll go to that page and let you see a little bit about, and actually where this came from, me talking about this, discussing this, was looking and wrote a book, Introduction to Your Potential, and started thinking about potential and some other things like that. So what it sparked me to do was start looking at my potential and what have I been doing as far as getting the product out there and looking at other things and getting it into different streams. So when I looked at it and actually found the analytics page, I opened it up and seen some great numbers in there. So it made me start doing some research on it and figuring out what Twitter impressions are and how does that work. So from the looks of what Twitter impressions are, it's like Billboard, it's like the displays, it's like how many times it comes across people's pages, how many times that do they see it, or if you were to look at it like TV, views. So how many views are you getting? So from looking at it, this is the number of tweets per month, but this is something else because that's retweets and a lot of other things that I do with businesses. So not that part, but looking at 266,000 Twitter impressions. So that's a great number. As far as if you were to look at it like TV, that would be the big TV shows. That would be the big TV shows and people doing commercials on those TV shows to get the brand out there. So you should be able to see where I'm getting at with this. So far as getting your brand in front of, or your brand being displayed 266,000 times a month would be great. So again, this is what I do. I do brand awareness. So brand awareness brings more consumers, makes you more relevant, which leads to more engagements. So if you're looking at 266,000, that's great ways to get your product out there, to get your brand out there, to get your music out there, to get whatever you're looking to get out there. So also you're looking at profile visits. That's 15,000 profile visits. So somebody's coming there to check the page as well, which also, if you had your website promoted, they would be checking your website also. So this is mentions. So 1,000 mentions, people mentioning that. So then if you were to break down mentions, but first let's go back to the Twitter impressions. If you're getting an impression and someone has a page and it's on their page, then their friends can see that impression as well. So if you're doing it like that, and if you're looking at numbers like this, and then you're getting people on each individual page, how many friends they have. So that's giving you more looks, more impressions, more chances to get engagements. So that's great. And if you're looking at the followers, that's 6,000 followers, a month coming in from a system that I built. Again, like I said, looking to get my brand in front of more people, getting more awareness with my brand, and actually start looking into it and seeing wow, this could really be something. And this is just me doing it myself. This is no sponsors. This is not a paid thing. So what I'm looking for now is sponsors and investors to really, so I can up these numbers, because I can see the potential of of again, like I said, through the book, I can see that this has a great potential, to make some things happen. And so this is what, again, that's what the Twitter impressions is. Again, if you think about it as views, think about it as television and views, and getting your product in front of more people, getting your product where it works for you. Because what's the deal with having a campaign or getting good posts, making good posts, and nobody's seeing these posts? You need these posts. If you're an artist, you got good music, and it's not coming across the pages. So you're just making good music or good posts or good campaigns, and it's not getting the viewership that you need. You need it to get views, and we'll go down a little bit, scroll down where you can see here. Also, that's why I said that the amount of tweets doesn't matter, because it's 46, and you're almost at 50,000 impressions. So you're getting 1,000 plus for each impression, or for each tweet, excuse me. So you're doing that. You're almost at 2,000 visits here, and in 117 mentions, 400 followers. So you're getting that. And like I say, you take that impression, and if you're getting a follower that has 829,000 people itself, that gives you viewership of that 829K. So you're really getting some great opportunities. And scroll down a little bit here as well, so you can see the time before. You're getting 268,000 impressions. You're getting over 7,000 friends. You're getting 2.15 million people. So if you get an impression from that person, you're getting your product is getting viewed out there as well. So that's just it. And the numbers are where it looks like I'm doing close to 1 million. We're doing 1 million in 3 to 4 months. So your product will be getting out there, and you're having great visibility. So that's what you definitely want, the chance to get visibility. And if you notice with Twitter, what they're doing now with Periscope, if you're on Periscope is going to be another thing that's taking over. Everybody's on Periscope now. Everybody's doing the scope. Twitter bought Periscope. So that's going to give you can take the Periscope and use it with the Twitter followers. So now you're taking that Periscope and you're using Twitter to do it. So now you're getting 266,000 views or 2 impressions with your Periscope. So now you've got that potential of people following you on Periscope as well. So it's a win-win situation when you're doing these impressions. And again, it's knowing what you're doing and how to use it strategically that's going to separate it. So also, if you're looking for, if you want to get into Twitter, I also have this on where you can go to the bookstore at www.carolinaexecs.com in the bookstore, and you can see it, or you can follow me on Twitter here where you'll see at carolinaexecs. Of course, you know that. And you can get the book. You can get the book, and this book will tell you a couple of things about how you get yourself started if you want to do it yourself. You can learn how to get brands, and these are free programs that's inside of this. And for this $2.99, if you get that and let me know that you got the book, I'll also give you a retweet. To over 60,000 followers. So I'll also retweet you for it. I give you a reward for getting the book, and it's gonna, times whatever you want to say, times 10. As far as the information and everything you're going to get with this is going to be well worth the $2.99. It doesn't even seem right to charge that, but I wanted to make sure it's affordable for everybody to get it. And again, I didn't want to go over too much time with this.